Hi Vikings, it's Mrs. Running. Thank you for tuning in since you weren't able to attend the live guidance lesson virtually. I read the story Morris Micklewhite and the Tangerine Dress. Morris Micklewhite has a mother named Moira and a cat named Moo. Morris likes Sundays because his mother makes him pancakes on Sundays. Mondays are great too, because on Mondays, Morris goes to school. Morris likes lots of things about school. He likes to paint. He likes to do puzzles. He likes the apple juice at snack time. And singing the loudest during circle time. Most of all, Morris likes the dress-up center and the tangerine dress. Morris likes the colors of the dress. It reminds him of tigers, the sun, and his mother's hair. He likes the noises the dress makes. Swish, swish, swish when he walks, and crinkle, crinkle, crinkle when he sits down. He takes turns wearing all the different shoes, but his most favorite ones go click, click, click across the floor. Sometimes the boys make fun of Morris. Sometimes the girls do too. Morris pretends he can't hear their words over the swish, swish, swishes, crinkle, crinkle, crinkles, and click, click, clicks he makes when he walks. Morris pretends he can't hear their words, but he can. On Monday, Becky tried to pull the dress right off of his back. You can't wear it. You're a boy. On Tuesday, Eli, Henry, and the other boys wouldn't let Morris ride on their spaceship unless he took the dress off. Astronauts don't wear dresses. Using your empathy skills, putting yourself in Morris's shoes here, how would you feel if the kids were treating you this way? On Wednesday, Bee and Lila noticed Morris's fingernails. His mother had painted them for him the night before. They chased him around the playground shouting, "Pinky fingers, pinky fingers." On Thursday, the boys wouldn't sit near Morris at the snack table. "We don't want you to turn us into girls." Friends, that's not how it works. And Morris isn't trying to do that to anybody. He's just enjoying wearing that tangerine dress. On Friday, Morris pretended he had a tummy ache. When he thought of all the kids in his class and all the mean things they did and said, his tummy ached for real. His mother let him stay in his bed and read books about elephants. Moo sat in his lap. Moo liked elephants too. On Saturday, Morris's mother brought him some apple juice. As he took a sip, she stroked his hair. Moo purred loudly. Morris suddenly felt well enough to do a puzzle. He hummed to himself and felt better still. On Sunday, Morris crawled out from under the covers after a wonderful dream about being on a space safari with Moo. In the dream, they saw big blue elephants and tigers the color of the sun that Morris could hold in the palm of his hand. The elephants swish, swish, swished as they moved through the grass, and the tigers ate giant leaves that crinkle, crinkle, crinkled as their tiny teeth chewed them. The buttons on the spaceship click, click, clicked under Morris's fingers. Morris wanted to share all the amazing things he had seen. He took out his brushes, put on his paint smock, and began to paint, using every color he could imagine. He showed his painting to his mother when he was done. He pointed out the big blue elephant, the tiny tiger the color of the sun, the tall grass and the giant leaves. He pointed out Moo in his shiny round space helmet. "And who's that?" his mother asked, pointing at the little boy in the tangerine dress, riding atop the big blue elephant. Morris was hoping she would ask. "That's me," he said. On Monday, Morris went to school, with his painting rolled up in his backpack. When he had the chance, he put on the dress that reminded him of tigers and the sun and his mother's hair. Morris swish, swish, swished. The tangerine dress crinkle, crinkle, crinkled. His shoes click, click, clicked. Morris felt wonderful. Eli and Henry wouldn't let him on their spaceship, so Morris built his own. He hung his painting on the front of it and climbed in ready to take off. "Are there really elephants in space?" Eli asked. "And tigers?" "If you follow me, we can find out," Morris offered. Eli and Henry followed Morris to the planet they had never visited before. As they explored, Morris swish, swish, swished. The tangerine dress crinkle, crinkle, crinkled. His shoes click, click, clicked. By the time they returned to Earth, Eli and Henry had decided that it didn't matter if astronauts wore dresses or not. The best astronauts were the ones who knew where all the good adventures were hiding. Morris smiled. He already knew that. When snack time was over, Becky demanded the dress. Morris told her she couldn't have it until he was done with it. "Boys don't wear dresses," Becky snipped. Morris smiled as he swished, crinkled, and clicked back to his spaceship. This boy does. Friends, I hope you liked that book. It's a really good reminder that you don't need to be a boy or a girl to like certain things, or to wear certain items of clothing, or to like certain music, or to read certain books. You just can read and listen to and wear whatever you feel good in, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I have a niece who loves to wear dresses. She wears dresses pretty much every single day. And she has a sister who does not like to wear dresses, and she wears pants and shorts all the time. That's okay. We wear what's comfortable to us, and it's okay if somebody is wearing something that you wouldn't want to wear. Just because you don't like it or you don't want to wear it doesn't mean that somebody else shouldn't have that chance or that opportunity. We need to be respectful of how people express themselves, and we express ourselves in so many different ways. By the names we let people call us, right? If you have a nickname, you express yourself by using that nickname. The pronouns we use, he, she, they, that's the way we express ourselves. We express ourselves by the clothing that we wear, by the way we wear and style our hair, if the kind of glasses we wear, if we wear glasses, the kind of jewelry we wear, if we choose to wear jewelry, the kind of shoes we wear. There's lots of different ways to express ourselves, which is really cool. And we need to be respectful of all people, even if it's something you wouldn't necessarily wear or read or listen to. So I had students kind of design their own person after we read about Morris. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope to see you next week during guidance. Thank you.